Hey, what's good, y'all? This is Ryan Jackson from Ryan Jackson LLC. Hope y'all are doing good today. Topic for this video is that the U.S. government, man, this government is something else. They don't have money to give us reparations, or they don't want to hear the word reparations. They want to play, deaf, dumb, blind, and stupid when we bring up reparations and tell us to just take our souls to the polls, um, put hot sauce in their purses, Hillary Clinton, eat fried chicken and sing Negro spirituals and tell us how much they love the black community and rock the vote, take your souls to the polls. When we mentioned reparations. Oh well, we do reparations. How do we know who if certain people qualify and those who don't qualify? This is what we're being told when we bring up reparations. But yet, they did not say this to Japanese Americans when they got their reparations for being in internment camps out here on the West Coast. They did not say this to descendants of those that during the Holocaust in World War II under Nazi Germany. As a matter of fact, we were fighting against the Nazis in World War II, but yet we gave reparations to those that suffered during the Holocaust and their descendants. Yes, we did. We send billions of dollars to the Israeli government with their terrorist selves to commit more acts of terror on the Palestinians. Look it up. Native Americans, we've given reparations to them. Undocumented immigrants from Mexico and Central America, they've gotten tangibles. And just over the past 15 months, we've given billions upon billions of dollars to the Asian American Pacific Islander community, which was tied in with the COVID-19 bill, the Asian American Pacific Islander Hate Bill, AAPI bill. Like I said, it was tied in with the COVID-19 bill. They tied the pandemic, and because Trump, with his dumb self, said that the called the COVID virus the Kung flu. So they tied it in with that. That's how they got their tangibles. Last summer, Afghan refugees in war-torn Afghanistan, they received billions of dollars. And tangibles for jobs, housing, clothing, what so have you. I mentioned the documented immigrants from Mexico and the rest of Central America. And just last month, Ukrainian refugees escaping the war against Russia and over in Ukraine, they received billions of dollars in tangibles for for job creation, housing, clothing, food, whatever. All these people are receiving billions upon billions upon billions upon billions of dollars. But what are black people told? Oh, take your souls to the polls, take your booties to the polls, rock the vote, support Joe Biden, get the jab. Yeah, stop. Black Lives Matter. I don't need some white liberal to tell me that my life matters. I know my life matters. God lets me know my life matters. Every day that He wakes me up to see another day. That's how I know my life matters. I don't need some white liberal who is woke to tell me that Black Lives Matter. Well, I guess since they said it, then I guess my life do matter, right? No, sorry, not buying it. But yet we give all these billions and billions and billions and billions and billions of dollars to other communities. Just Congress has given the Ukrainian government $46 billion in this fight against in their fight against Russia. 46 billion. It's like we give them the money every week. They're like that. Ukraine remind me of that cousin or relative or friend, whatever. And many of y'all, you know what I'm talking about. Um, they're a lot. They got into a beef with somebody, or they got themselves in a bad situation. To their fault. It was their fault. They got themselves in this bad situation, and they come to you and they say, yo man, could you spot me $400?" He was like, okay, got you $400. Then they come back, yo man, uh, uh, yo, I know. Just the other day I asked you for $400. Could you spot me $1,000? You be like, okay, here's $1,000. All right, that's $1,400. Hey, yo man, I'm still in this bad situation. I'm in a tight spot. So many things ain't going right for me, man. Could you spot me $500? And you give them $500. That's now $1,900. And it keeps adding up. They ask for $50 here. They may ask for $800. They may ask for another $300 or $700, and just keep adding up and up and up. At some point, well, actually, after the first time, some of us maybe after the second time, you be like, yo. Come here. Get yourself together. You my peoples and all, and I love you, but I'm cutting you off. I'm cutting you off after the first time. Some of us maybe after the second time, but you're not coming back for a third time because now you playing on my good deeds. You playing on my sympathy. You trying to play me. You taking advantage of a good situation. And many of us have gone through this. I've gone through it. Many of us could speak to this. Enough is enough. We've had people, relatives in our families, friends, what so have you, just take advantage of our goodwill. They think we are their personal ATM machine. And this is what Ukraine is doing. They got themselves in a beef with Russia. That's all it is. It's a European gang war. It's a European version of the Vice Lords and the Gangster Disciples. That's all it is. European version of the Bloods and Crips. What so have you. They got themselves in a beef with Russia. They can't afford it. And so they go into America. Hey, could y'all spot us $3 billion in this beef with Putin and Russia? US, yeah, sure. Yeah, we got you. We got you. Yeah, yo, we're still in this bad spot. Yo, can you spot us 25 billion? Yeah, sure. We got you. We got you. We got you. Could you spot us? I know I asked you for 9 billion, but could you spot us 18 billion? Yeah, we got y'all. We got y'all. We got y'all. It isn't going to end. A good friend of mine, my homie, my brother, we had this discussion last night, and I hope he's wrong. I love him dearly, but I hope he's wrong regarding this. But I don't think he is. I don't think he's wrong. He said that he thinks this Ukrainian-Russian war is going to go on for longer than a year. He actually believes that it's going to go on longer than a year. I hope he's wrong. I really do, but I don't think he is. I really don't think he's wrong. Because if that's the case, then the 46 billion that I mentioned, it's not going to end there. They're going to ask for another 18 billion, another 5 billion, another 25 billion, another 50 billion here, billionaire. And before you know it, it's going to supersede over $1 trillion. I heard an old saying, a war is easy to start, but it's hard to end. It's easy to start a beef, but it's hard to end it. Because once you end it, baby. And now Zelensky has the nerve enough to ask us to impose a no-fly zone over Ukraine. Bro, it was like, dude, are you serious right now? We just gave you $46 billion and gonna give you more money. Impose your own no-fly zone. Why can't you buy more jets or rocket launchers to shoot down Russian jets? Impose your own no-fly zone. We're not getting caught up in, well, we are in their beef, but if we oppose a no-fly zone and people don't realize this, that means that we're obligated to shoot down Russian jets, Russian fighter jets. And Putin is waiting for us to do that. This man has the largest arsenal of nuclear weapons on the planet. We don't not want that smoke. And I heard from a buddy of mine that Finland and Sweden are not going to join NATO and support Ukraine in their fight against Russia. They better tread lightly because if y'all look on a map of Russia, if you go west, you have Finland and you have Sweden, Northern Europe, the Nordic countries. Northern Europe, they call it the Nordic, Scandinavian, Nordic countries, same thing. They're just a stone's throw away from Russia. They're arm's length from Putin. He can just reach out and touch them. Do y'all really want that smoke? Really? And if y'all think that China's not involved in this war, then y'all haven't been paying attention because to the east of Russia is China. China and Russia are allies. Across the Yellow Sea from China is North Korea. They're allies. If you think they're not going to support Putin in this fight, and there are enemies, well, China is our economic rival, our economic enemy. North Korea, that little spoiled little brat over there, he just running his mouth. They just testing missiles. But he's still a powerful threat, though. I don't sell him cheap. I don't take him lightly. He haven't been making noise lately, but I don't sell him take him lightly. I'm gonna go ahead and plug my charger in because to give my computer some juice. Meanwhile, hit the like button, smash that like button down, drop your comments below. If you're new here, subscribe to the channel and share this video. But meanwhile, I'm gonna plug my device in. Give me 1 second. Hit the like button for me. Drop your comments below. And smash the like button down. All right. But there are some major players in this war. And I believe in China, North Korea. I'd be remiss if I didn't mention Iran. Iran plays a major. They're enemies of the United States. So this is World War III. This is worse than World War II on epic levels. Because now you have the United States enemies. You don't think Putin is talking to the Iranians? You don't think he's talking to the Chinese? You don't think he's talking to the North Koreans? Wasn't Russia supposed to be bankrupt? We ever heard anything about that? I wonder why. Could it possibly be that he's getting money from China or Iran or North Korea? Iran has nuclear weapons. North Korea has nuclear weapons. China has nuclear weapons. Russia has nuclear weapons. And they all hate the US. China's more of an economic level. We don't want to smoke with their military because there's 2.5 billion of them, and they got the largest, probably powerful military on the planet. But we don't want that smoke with them. And we don't want that smoke with Russia. And Putin is just itching to hit that button to launch those nuclear weapons. So I think that is a volatile region that the Eastern Europe, The Euro Asian region is very volatile right now because, like I said, you have major players in Russia, you have Iran, you have North Korea, you have China. Oh, we can't forget to mention China and Taiwan. They were flying sorties over Taiwan just 2 months ago. Is that still a hotbed? I mean, that's like the Asian version of what's going on with Russia and Ukraine. Taiwan was once part of China. They want her back. So what? Pay attention to that. Pay attention to North Korea. Pay attention to Iran. All these countries hate the United States. They hate us. They would love to help our adversary, which is Russia. They would love to help Putin out. And if it means destroying Ukraine, giving Putin what he needs to destroy Zelensky and destroy Ukraine, who, by the way, are Nazis. So there's no good guy, bad guy in this. They're both evil. They're both bad guys. Then they will, and just to thumb their nose at the United States, they will jump at that chance. It was another something I also. Oh, Nancy Pelosi, Barbara Lee, a couple of other of our members of Congress, um, got on the plane and they meet. It was earlier this week, and they met with Zelensky. Wasn't this dude supposed to be in like incognito? Wasn't he supposed to be, like hidden and his location not disclosed due to security with the war? But they're flying all the way across the world to meet with him. Does he got some like secret like bat cave, or is he like in a clubhouse somewhere where Nancy Pelosi, Barbara Lee, and a couple of others they know that if they fly to Ukraine, they knock twice, and he let them in, or is there some kind of code or something? This is very suspect, very suspect, very suspect. I mean, if Putin want to get to him, he could get to him. I would think. And why are our members of Congress putting themselves in harm's way, helping a country with their war? You don't think Putin is paying attention to this? Oh, the Black Ukrainians, the displaced Black Ukrainians. I pray for them every day. I hope God, grants them refuge and just protect them from bombs being flown over their head. They out in the open. Are they going to offer protection for them? Offer some kind of like resource center, or grant them asylum? You did for the Afghan refugees. You did it for undocumented immigrants in Mexico and Central America. You did it for Ukrainian refugees, white Ukrainian. Why not the Black Ukrainians? Oh, because we don't want America to become blacker. We don't. America don't need to become blacker. No, no, no. Let them suffer. America, America. And I mentioned at the start of this video the billions upon billions upon billions upon billions of dollars that we constantly send into the Ukrainian government. But yet you go to the grocery store and our shelves are bare. My he took a picture a couple of months back where he went to the grocery store and the shelves were bare, bare. Gas prices going up, inflation. We're not getting any goods in. The value, we can't. People are not able to purchase new cars now. They're purchasing cars that are 5, 6 years old because they have went up in value. But now cars you purchase now, they're not even being showcased. You can't get them because we can't get goods in. Inflation. I mentioned the gas prices are ridiculous all across this country, especially here in California and on the West Coast. Our store shelves are bare. But yet we got billions of dollars to give to these racist, white supremacist degenerates over across the world. We have billions of dollars to give to them every time they ask for it. We just giving it to them. No shame. Hit the thumbs up button. Smash that thumbs up button down. Drop your comments below. If you're new here, subscribe to the channel. Share this video. Let's start the conversation. We don't have to agree, but let's disagree without being disagreeable. Let's do that, y'all. Let's do that. But this is just something to think about. And there's money to be made in war. War creates, sadly, death and destruction are opportunities for to make money. Death and destruction are golden opportunities to make money, and war is profit. Who knows? I was telling a buddy of mine that it wouldn't surprise me if the U.S. tried to Americanize Ukraine, like we did with Afghanistan, like we did with Iraq, like we did with Germany and Japan at the end of World War II. We stripped Japan of her military, stripped Germany of hers. We divided Germany, East Berlin, and West Berlin, East Germany, West Germany. East Germany was communist, West Germany was democratic. For almost 30 years, from 1961 to 1990, 91, the fall of communism in Eastern Europe, when the wall came down. And then Japan had the most powerful, fierce military in the world. Look it up. 120 years ago. So you're talking about 1902, the early of 20th century. Japan went to war with Russia and kicked her behind. They beat Russia's behind. That little island nation of Japan defeated Mother Russia. Yes, she did. And I think it was the Japanese Russo War. Look it up. Japan had the world's most powerful, feared military up until the end of World War II, until 1945, when we nuclear bombed, we dropped atomic bombs on Nagasaki and Hiroshima, and we stripped Japan of her military. Pretty much, we weakened their military as we did with Germany, but we rebuilt their countries. The Marshall Plan rebuilt not only Germany, but most of Western Europe, France, yeah, really France, Italy, Germany, Poland, all the countries of Europe, of Western Europe, England, all these nations. The Marshall Plan rebuilt these nations, and Germany became an economic superpower thanks to us. You already see what the Japanese, you see what we did with the Japanese. We rebuilt Japan and they became an economic superpower thanks to us, where they actually beating our behinds. Actually, China is beating everybody and India is not far behind. But that's what we do. We did it in Iraq. We did it in Afghanistan, you know, built them up, Americanized them, built bases over there. And I could see them doing it, or NATO, building bases or having a broader American presence in Ukraine. I could foresee them doing that. It's the American way. It's what we do. It's what we do. Colonize. We got it from the British, who got it from the Romans. It's what we do. But yet, oh yeah. So this just popped in my head. I meant to mention this. So I saw a story 2 days ago that the Philadelphia City Council, which is by the way predominantly black, they were having hearings and arguments on whether or not to urge the White House to impose a no-fly zone over Ukraine. The predominantly Black Philadelphia City Council of the city of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, these bootlicking Negroes were arguing whether to urge the White House to impose a no-fly zone over Ukraine. Is everything going well in Philly now as far as violence? Didn't they lead the nation in homicides last year, or like with over 600 or something like that? Are Black people safe in Philly? Are there economic disparities with Black people in the city of Philadelphia? Have y'all been to North Philly, Kensington? Have y'all seen that area? Those of you who've been to Philly or are from Philly, have you seen the movie I Am Legend and Walking Dead? Well, that's what areas of North Philly look like, especially by the Frankfurt, was it the Franklin Market Street subway station? I believe that's right. Because I went to a Metro PCS store there to pay my Metro bill, and it's like, wow, it's like zombie land. Heroin addicts all over, up and down the street. Just no shame in their game, shooting up. They one of the people in the neighborhood told me that on the tracks, on the train tracks, that what a elevated, what a L train's at. Heroin addicts, they so out of it that they walk on the tracks and they get hit by trains. Homelessness is a problem in Philly, as well as drug use. Black people are not being have the economic opportunities as far as Black businesses in Philadelphia because of the mandates. A lot of small mom and pop shops, mostly which Black owned, were closed during the pandemic in Philly, as well as the high homicide rates. But yet and still, instead of the Philadelphia City Council addressing those needs, these Negroes want to impose a no-fly zone on a foreign country millions of miles away that doesn't even concern them. They're not even concerned about the issues in their own city. This is why we stay losing. This is why we stay losing. We play these away games. These away games are going to cost us because people that we elect that we think have our best interests at heart, they don't have our best interests at heart. Not all our skin folk are our kinfolk. We keep playing these damn away games. And this is why we're steady losing. This is why we're steady losing. And Philadelphia is one of my favorite cities. It reminds me so much of Detroit. There's so many similarities with Philly and Detroit until it's crazy. I could see it like that. The music, the food, the love and of their sports teams, the passion they have with their sports teams, the passion Detroit has with their sports teams, the Black culture in Philly, the Black culture in Detroit. You have the Philly sound, Philly International. You have Motown, the Motown sound. So it's a lot of similarities. A lot of similarities. They're both working class, blue collar cities. Factories in Philly, factories in Detroit. A lot of people from the South moved to Philadelphia. A lot of Black people from the South moved to Detroit, Detroit, Chicago, you know. So there's a lot of similarities between Detroit and Philly. Philly, like I said, is one of my favorite cities. Love to visit Philly. Got some got some good peoples that I know from Philly. I love y'all. I love y'all. Love that city. But Philadelphia, like Detroit, like Chicago, like Milwaukee, like Atlanta, like Houston, like Baltimore, like Denver, like LA, San Francisco, Oakland, Portland, and Seattle, they have issues. You notice most of the cities I just mentioned are democratically run cities. Have you noticed that? And they're cesspools. Why is that? Hmm. But y'all, I mean, come on. We play these away games, and this is why we steady losing. We have to do better. Address home first. Address Black people first. Philadelphia City Council. Y'all are predominantly Black. Put the needs of Black people first. Put the needs of the Black people in West Philly, North Philly, South Philly, Center City, wherever they may be. Put their needs first. Put Philadelphians first. Don't worry about Ukraine. Let them sort their own problems out. Let them figure it out. This is their beef, not ours. This is why we stay losing, because we play these damn away games. And it's crazy. It's crazy. And we're gonna learn. We're gonna learn. When you play these away games, it doesn't end well. It always blows up in your face. It always does. Always does, y'all. Hit the thumbs up button. If you're new here, subscribe to the channel. Share this video. Drop the comments below. Like I said, we don't have to agree, but let's disagree without being disagreeable. All right, y'all. I'm going to hop off of here. Till next time, y'all take care. God bless, and I love you much. All right, y'all. Y'all be good. Love you. I'm out. Peace.